Hello and welcome. My name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be playing Marvel Villainous Infinite Power. That's right. We're going to be playing the bad guys today in the new Marvel Villainous game from Ravensburger. In this game, to get started off, you will each choose a villain to play. For this playthrough, I will be playing Thanos because I hold the galaxy in my palm and I'm ready to crush it like an eggshell.
I am Taskmaster, and I can counter anything you throw at me. I can mimic and adapt to any move you make, and I can anticipate any blow.
Well, we'll see how that goes throughout this game.
Taskmaster's sassy.
He is sassy. So in the game, you're going to take the domain for that character. So I have Thanos' domain. Emily has Taskmaster's domain. To also prepare, we have a Fate deck that is actually combined for a single Fate deck. So there's Fate cards that are used no matter who you play with, and then there's Thanos-specific Fate cards and Taskmaster-specific Fate cards that are shuffled into the one deck. We'll then take power, and the person who is going first gets 0 power. The person that's going second will get 1 power. Whoop, doesn't want to go over there. There you go. And power is like the currency of the game. That's what we're going to use to play cards from your hand or to activate certain abilities, things like that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your mover and put that on the first location in your domain, the location all the way to the left. So Thanos will start at Sanctuary 2.
Taskmaster is at the Solomon Institute.
Right. Then each player will need their deck of cards specifically for them. So these all say Thanos, and yours all say Taskmaster. You're going to draw 4 cards to begin the game. And because we're using Thanos... we also have these strength modifiers out here. So there are different cards that can boost your ally strengths and things like that. And we'll get to what allies are when we get to that part of the game. But those are out here as well. And then because Thanos is in the game, the 6 Infinity Stones are in the game as well. So the goal of this game, or the point of this game to win, is different for everyone.
Right.
So my objective is different than Emily's objective. So as Thanos, my objective, as you may be able to guess, is to collect the 6 Infinity Stones. As soon as I collect all 6 of these, and they're collected when they're in my domain, and in the gauntlet, as soon as I collect all 6, I will win the game. Unless...
Taskmaster is trying to get an ally on every location, at least one, and with 5 strength.
Yep, so Taskmaster's goal is to get allies out there and train them up and get them stronger by using these strength tokens on them. And if that happens, then Taskmaster will win. As I said earlier, I will be going first. That's why Emily has the power. So I already have my 4 cards. The first thing you're going to do on every turn is take your mover and go to a different location. You cannot stay at the same location in your domain. So I can choose between moving to Titan, the Infinity Well, or nowhere. Well, I need some power so that way I can play some cards out of my hand. So I'm going to take my mover and move to this location. Once you've moved to your location, you can complete the actions at that location in any order of your choice. So I'll kind of throw this over here real quick. As you can see, the Infinity Well has 4 different actions on it, and you can just do those in any order. So these actions are play a card, and that gives you the option to play a single card. This action is to discard cards. So say you got something in your hand you don't need, or you really need to dig for something through your deck, you can discard as many cards as you'd like. And this bottom right one is to gain power, which I need, and you gain however much power is in the middle of that icon, so I would gain 3 power by going there. So I'm going to go to that location. The first action I'm going to take is gain 3 power because I need it. I need power. And then I can play up to 2 cards, 1 for each action there. So the first card I'm going to play will cost 2, and you can tell the cost of a card at the top left there, so it costs 2 power. And there are a couple different kinds of cards in the game. This is an effect. Effects are simply played, you pay the cost, and they do whatever actions listed on them, and then they get discarded. Allies will actually get played out to your domain, so that way you can make them stronger, you can fight heroes, pesky heroes with them, or do other things. But this is the effect. So I'm going to play this effect, consult the well. It says choose another player. That player receives a random unclaimed Infinity Stone. This is important because I can't just go find these stones on my own. I need to play consult the well cards because when one of those is played, another player in the game will actually get to take one of these stones at random. Someone's going to grab one here. What'd she get?
I've got the Reality Stone.
The Reality Stone, okay.
So while I have it, I can perform a vanquish action, and my allies are not discarded as a result of the vanquish action.
Yep.
And all I've got to do is use one of the activates to do it.
Yes. So, because Thanos is in the game and these stones are in the game, it changes a little bit how it's played. So, Emily gets the stone, but it just doesn't sit in her domain. She actually gets to play, or she would have to place it on an ally if she had one out already. Since she doesn't have an ally out, she gets to play an ally from her hand for free. If she doesn't have an ally in her hand, she would actually reveal her deck until she revealed one, and bring that ally into play for free. So it's good for her, not so great for me, but it's good for me too because I need that stone. Yeah.
Put it into play.
Yep.
So I'm going to play Crossbones. He normally would have cost me 2, but I've got him for free.
Yep.
And the cool thing about Crossbones, should he ever get discarded, is I can play him from my discard pile.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yes. So the Reality Stone is now attached to Crossbones.
All right. So my goal as Thanos is to head over to Taskmaster's domain now, defeat Crossbones, and take that stone and bring it back here. But I have a few more moves before I can do that. So the second thing I'm going to do on my turn, or the next thing I'm going to do, is play another card, because I can play up to 2 cards. This one only cost 1, as you can see in the top left there. And this is an ally. This is the Legion of Thanos, and at the bottom left here is the Strength. So that is a 2 strength ally. That's the power they need to fight other heroes or to fight Emily's allies, essentially. So I'm going to put them out in my domain. And when you play an ally, you don't have to play them to your location. Or when you play any card, really, you don't have to play them to your location. You can put them in any domain that you want. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to throw them on Titan right now, and I can discard still if I'd like. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to keep these. No, I'm going to get rid of this one, I think. Alright, so then at the end of my turn, because I've completed all my actions, I will draw back up to 4 cards, and that's the only time you ever draw back up unless another card tells you to. So, and then it'll pass to Emily's turn, so she can go ahead and move to another location.
So I'm going to go to the training room and grab my 3.
Yep, so she's taking power as her first action.
And then I get to play 2 cards. One of them was going to be playing that, so thank you. You saved me 2 power.
Oh, you're welcome.
And then I'm going to play this card. It's called Trainees. So the cool thing about Trainees, not only do they add a strength to my ally, but they're also considered an ally, so they can help me vanquish a hero, or you, if I need to. And instead of Crossbones getting discarded because of that, the Trainees kind of take one for the team for me. So, a very cool little helper.
Really key to Taskmaster strategy.
And that's 1, so I have to pay for that.
Yep.
I do get another play, and then I'm going to play, it's called Taskmaster's Sword. And this is all of Taskmaster's allies gain 1 strength while at the same location as the sword. And right now I'm going to put him somewhere where I don't have an ally yet, but, anticipation. So I'm going to put it in the armory, and then I'm going to pay my 2 for that.
Yep.
And then my turn is over.
You can discard cards if you'd like, but you do not have to take an action on your... You can pass any actions that are on your location. Alrighty. Okay. The next action I'm going to take, or the next move, I'm going to move over to Titan, where my buddies... Oh, no, I don't want to move to Titan. I don't have enough power. I need more power. Alright, I'm going to move to Sanctuary 2. That's going to allow me to take 2 power. I can play a card and discard cards here, and there's also one other ability that is Activate, and I'll just show you this here. These are the 7 different abilities you can get. So Activate will allow me to activate another card in my domain. So if I had the Reality Stone, so the card would have to have this Activate symbol on the bottom of it. So if I had the Reality Stone, I could activate it and actually take that action. I don't, because that's over hanging out with Crossbones right now. So I can't use that Activate yet. But if I could play a card that has something that lets me activate it, I could activate it. I don't think that's the case, though. So let me think here. Do I want to play a card, or am I going to pass the rest of these actions this turn and hold on for next turn? Yeah. Okay. Yep, nope. I think I'm going to hold everything and just pass it back to you. I'm going to pass the rest of my actions.
I'm going to go over here to the armory. I'm going to get my first power, so I don't forget that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fate you.
So Fate is a new action we have not taken yet. It is right there. That's the symbol for it. It's like a cloud with a lightning bolt through it. And when
Do you want to read your own fate?
Sure. When you fate someone, you're going to draw a card from the Fate deck in the middle, and then you get to choose a location in their domain that you want to play the card to.
Show it and read it.
So this card is Scarlet Spider Clone. So this is a hero. It has a 1 strength in the bottom left there, and it does have a special ability. And down here in the bottom right, it shows you which villain's deck it comes from. So this is actually one of Taskmaster's heroes. I don't know why. I don't know why they're coming over to see Thanos.
Oh.
But so when played, find and play the other 2 Scarlet Spider clones to this location. So I'll work on that. Where would you like them to go?
So when you place a hero, it kind of takes up those 2 moves on the board and covers those up. Now where did he go? I think he was there. So I want to cover up, let's see. Where you're at, I could cover up 2 of your power.
Mm-hmm.
But I could also cover up, I'm going to cover up Titan, so you can't fate me, and you lose a play.
Yep, okay. So these cards are going to go right up here, like Emily was saying, and now when I move to Titan, I actually only get those bottom 2 actions of taking a power and relocating an ally or item. So that's not great.
And then I get to play. So I'm going to play for 1 the trainees, which we've kind of already touched base with. And again, I am just going to put them there preparing for when my big powerful allies come out to have their back.
Okay.
And then I could, I guess. Well, no, I can't. There is no one to vanquish, right?
What's
There's
that?
no one to vanquish, so
Oh yeah.
my turn's over.
The vanquish action would be taken when you're trying to fight your allies versus either heroes. So like I could take a vanquish action and have my Legion of Thanos fight the spider clones, one of the spider clones. Or like if my allies are up here, I can take a vanquish to fight Emily's allies, or vice versa. She could vanquish to fight my allies.
Since that doesn't apply to me right now, my turn's going to be over. I'm going to draw up to 4, and it is back to you, Thanos.
Okay, Thanos is going to go over to nowhere. And he's not real happy.
Nowhere? Is it no? Where?
Nowhere.
Nowhere? Or do you know where?
I don't know anything anymore. So I will get to take another new action that we haven't done yet, which is a relocate. So it looks like that there. It's got a card with arrows on each side. And what that allows Thanos to do is take an ally or item and move them to another location in their domain.
Right.
Thanos can also relocate his allies, though, to other people's domains. So I'm going to take the Legion of Thanos here and move them over here to Solomon Institute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So they will cover up the top just like a hero would. The next thing I can do is fate you, so I might as well do that. Found by the Avengers, choose an ally controlled by the targeted villain, then choose any hero in any domain, remove both characters. Well, guess what? I'm going to choose... Ooh. I'm going to choose Crossbones. And I'm going to choose one of these spider clones. So I get to discard the spider clone, and you get to remove Crossbones.
Goes in my discard, though, and luckily Crossbones can be played from my discard.
That is good, yes. So
Fingers
we'll go ahead and
crossed.
put that there. And what happens now, because Crossbones was holding the Infinity Stone, the Reality Stone, since he is no longer there, he drops the stone, and if I have an ally there, I can pick it up. If I didn't have an ally there, the stone would still stay dropped in Taskmaster's domain, but until I got an ally over there to pick it up. Emily cannot send another ally over there to pick up the stone. It is just there until Thanos can get over there to grab it. So now we have the Legion of Thanos holding on to that Reality Stone for me. I just need to get him back here, get him back home, so I can get my first stone. The next thing I can do is play a card, but I mean, you kind of fixed that for me. I don't need to now, and I could have vanquished. Well, let me see here. I still have 2. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to play Proxima Midnight. So she's another ally of Thanos, and it says when played, defeat a character with strength 3 or less at her location. So I could buy another spider clone. And then my last action on this is to vanquish. So I'm going to have Proxima Midnight vanquish the last spider clone because her strength. And when you take a vanquish action, you compare the strength of the 2 of your allies and then any one hero that's up top. So you can see that Proxima Midnight's strength is 3, and the Scarlet Spider's is only 1. So I will defeat them. You just need to be equal or more than the person you're trying to fight, the hero or other ally you're trying to fight. But both will get discarded that are used in the Vanquish action. And you can team up multiple allies. So say say it was the other way around, like Proxima Midnight was 3. You can team up like multiple allies to get up to 3 strength to fight her, but then all your allies are discarded. So
right. For you, for me, I've got things like
you have
trainees
amazing things that let them stay around. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to be it for my turn. That's the last action. I'm going to draw back up to 4.
I'm going to go back to training room, and I'm going to grab my 3 power before I forget. And then I get to play 2 cards. So the first one is actually free for me, and it's Taskmaster's Shield. So this is when an ally at this location would be defeated or removed. You may remove the shield instead. So it's just a nice little protector in case we ever come to blows. So I'm just going to play it over there because Camp Hammond looks sad and lonely. And then I'm going to play... I'm going to play Training Dummy, which hasn't come up yet, but it's really powerful for me. Because Training Dummy, you place a +1 strength token on an ally you control at this point for every activate. So, when you activate it, you place a +1 strength. So you would use those tokens, which is going to help me because my goal is to have them at 5 strength.
Yeah.
So, that is a powerful thing for me. I'm going to put it over here with these new guys, my trainees. Oh, and I got to pay 1 for it. And then I also get to discard, and I am going to discard this one. It's just a card it's Trainer for Hire. It's just not one of my favorites to use. I like using the better ones.
Okay.
So, I drew back up to 4, and my turn is over.
Alright. Let me think here. I need to get them back before you can vanquish them and make my life even more difficult. So, I'm going to take Thanos and move him back to Titan. He's going to get 1 power. I have the relocate action, so I'm going to bring home my Legion of Thanos. I'll just throw him here at the Infinity Well. And once an infinity or a reality, oh my gosh, once one of the stones is brought back to Thanos' domain, it will actually flip over and become a specialty card. So it's no longer an item; it is now a specialty. So once Thanos has a stone like this, nobody can take a stone from him. It's in his domain the rest of the game, and it's going to go over here on my specialty part of the board, and then I'll have that activate ability for the rest of the game to use whenever I take an activate action. So whenever I'm at Sanctuary, I can take that activate ability there. So now I have the Reality Stone in the Gauntlet, and it gives me the ability to perform a Vanquish action, and my allies are not discarded as a result of that Vanquish action. So that is really powerful for me.
Very much so.
So I relocated, I took my power, I can play a card, and I get to I'll just Fate Emily, get that out of the way right now.
Yes.
A stone is found. Choose a villain other than Thanos. That villain receives an unclaimed Infinity Stone. Once played, they immediately activate it for free. So that's good and bad for me, because you'll get another stone, but then you get to activate it too.
Got the Power Stone. So, this one's really good for me, because when I activate it, I place 2 +1 strength tokens on up to 2 allies I control.
Oh my gosh.
So while this is still in my care... I have an opportunity.
Yep, so Emily has 2 allies out on the board right now. They're both trainees, but one of them is going to be holding the Power Stone, so...
Let's go to the training room.
Okay,
this new guy right there is going to hold the power.
Okay, and then you get to activate it said as well. Right now, so you actually get to use its ability.
Alright, well
Whoops, wrong side. You flip it over, it's on the wrong side. There you go.
It's just a floating
It's just a stone. It's not in my gauntlet yet.
So I will take my 2 +1 strengths, please,
okay,
sir. And I'm going to place those on my... Oh, no, just 2.
Oh, okay.
And I will place those on my 2 new guys. My trainees.
Cool. Awesome. So your trainees are getting stronger. Excellent. Now it's still my turn. It's not even your turn yet. Oh my gosh. All right. I do get to play a card, so I'm going to play this for 1. It's another effect called Warp Reality. Search your discard pile for an effect card and put it in your hand. So I'm going to grab the Consult the Well effect card, because that lets me put more Infinity Stones in play and put that back in my hand. That's it for my turn.
Okay. I'm going to move over here to the Institute. I'm going to grab my 2 power. And then I'm going to play for 2 this guy, Jagged Bow. And after relocating or playing him, oh, this is to an event, which doesn't apply to us.
Oh,
but you can relocate or play a second ally. So it doesn't. We're not playing events, so it doesn't really help. But it's a really cool thing if you are, because I would get a free ally out there, which is my goal. So.
Yep. And just so you know, there are events in this game that would go into the Fate deck. We are playing on the easiest version of the game, so those are taken out, removed from the Fate deck. So that's what Emily means when we don't have events in this deck. So.
Alright, I'm gonna play Jagged Bow there. I've taken my 2. I can relocate a card if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I really need to right now.
Okay.
And then, so then I get an activate, and if I didn't have the Power Stone hanging out, I would activate the training dummy because you get a 1 strength. But since I do, I'll go ahead and activate that Power Stone, and I'll give Jagged. No, you know what? Jagged Bow's already at 3. So these little trainees, they really need.
Oh my gosh.
My tender love and care. So they're gonna get it.
Emily now has 3 allies at 3 different locations with 3 power each.
I need 4 locations with 5 power each.
Yeah, but she's getting close.
I'm getting there.
All right, time for me to.
I get to draw up.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go back to the Infinity Well. It just works so well for me. I want to take 3 power. This turn I'm going to play Corvus Glaive because he is a very useful ally for me. And Corvus Glaive's ability is when he is relocated to another player's domain, I may also relocate one of the Legions of Thanos to that location as well. So when he goes, they go. I don't have to, though. It is always optional. So I can play another card, but I'm out of power. I can discard. I'm going to discard this card, the Delivered Judgment. I don't need that right now, I don't think. So, and I'm going to draw back up to 4. And be back to Emily's turn.
So I'm going to go over to Camp Hammond. And I don't have any power to collect here. So I think the first thing I should do is fade you.
Okay, sure.
What did it cost? The targeted villain, that's you, must discard 1 card from their hand for each Infinity Stone they control, up to the total number of cards in their hand.
Okay.
So
I control 1 Infinity Stone, so I'll discard a card.
1 is better than none.
And I do not get to draw up until the end of my next turn, so.
So I have faded you. I am going to play for 2 power this little guy called Death Shield. So it doesn't apply to me now because there are no heroes up here, which is fine. You don't need to put them there. I'm okay. But if there are heroes at my location, Death Shield gains 1 strength for each hero. So if someone decides to fade me and put a lot of heroes there, he could actually get up there pretty quick. So, powerful man. And I'm going to put him at the armory, hanging out with my sword, getting ready for battle, just in case.
Okay.
The next thing I can do is, oh, look at that, I can activate. I'm going to go ahead and take my 2.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I need to get that stone now.
You don't worry about those things. Let's see. I don't want to put too much into my trainees because they're also kind of the first ones to go. So actually, I'm going to put Death Shield up to 4 and Jagged Bow up to 4.
Wow.
So now I've got 1 at every location. I've got 4, 4, 3, and 3.
All right.
I'm getting there, guys.
You are.
I'm getting there. And then I can discard. I am actually going to discard. I'm just going to discard 1. And then I'm going to draw back up and
end your turn.
You're up.
All right, Thanos is going to head back over to nowhere because I have to get that stone out of your possession. So I'm going to relocate Corvus Glaive to the training room, and when he relocates to another player's domain, he can bring the Legion of Thanos with him.
Don't want him to travel alone.
No, and that can fate you too. So I might as well do that. Uh-oh, it's Adam Warlock.
Oh, man.
So Adam Warlock is a hero, and he has a really great ability if Emily got him. It's when he's in Thanos' domain, Thanos cannot win the game. But he's not going to my domain. He's going into Taskmaster's domain. So he has 6 strength. Wow, that is really strong. Well, I gotta get rid of one of these activate abilities, I think.
You don't have to
you have enough of
that.
those. So that is, I relocated, I fated, I can play a card, I don't have any power to though. So I can take a vanquish action. So I'm going to have Corvus Glaive attack your trainees. Because he's got 4 strength, they have 3.
Mm-hmm.
That means they'll be defeated, correct? Yeah.
That's how math works, Thanos.
Alright, so Corvus Glaive will get discarded, but so will the trainees.
Oh.
And
look how quick that changed for me.
That fantastic Legion of Thanos has grabbed another Infinity Stone for me. I just need to get him back home so I can nest the Power Stone into my gauntlet. So that's going to be it for me. I've taken all my actions. I'll draw back up to 4 cards, and it'll be Emily's turn.
Okay, well, that was fun.
Good old Adam Warlock.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna come over here because, well, you took my honey
I
hole.
did, yeah, the bread and butter.
You did that on purpose.
Well, you put the stone there. I think you did it to yourself.
I asked for it. I guess I'm just gonna come over here because it's got the most variety.
Yep.
You've kind of chopped me at the knees here. So we'll get my 2 power.
Okay.
I'm going to play for 2 my ally, which is Blood Spider. And this says that when I play him, that I could relocate a hero from any location to his location.
So you could move Adam Warlock there if you wanted.
I could. I could just shut down the training room, no training happening.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that, just to kind of play it out and see. It opens me up a little bit.
It does, yep.
So that was one play, and then I could relocate a card. Should I choose? I don't really, because they're all kind of paired up, I don't really want to relocate anything right now, but for activate, I am going to use my training dummy, and I can add a +1 strength to my ally there.
Yep.
So, I would like one more.
So now the trainees are up to 4 strength.
Yes.
They're getting very trained.
Yes. Alright, and then that ends me.
Okay. Oh, what will I do now? Thanos. I'm going to move back to the Infinity Well and get my 3 power. Then I'm going to play another Consult the Well. So that is the one that allows me to put another Infinity Stone into play. Oh, it's been 20 minutes. Whoops. Oh, it's been over. We've been having too much fun.
Okay. Alright, so wrap it up.
So, we're going to go ahead and wrap the game there. As you can see, though, we've kind of played out what we need to do. Thanos is really working to get these Infinity Stones out to the other villains' domains.
And then move.
And then move over there, grab them, bring them back, put it into the gauntlet. I'm close. No, I'm not near. Emily's getting close as well with her objective of having villains.
How close that can change, like a...
Yeah. Thanos can show up and ruin your day real quick. That's true. Him and his allies. Yeah. So, but that's going to wrap up the game. We'll move over to questions and answer, or any Q&A now that people may have. We can show off other villains that are in the box as well if you're interested, and we'll head over to that. All right. In the stream, go ahead, unmute there. Yeah, on the stream here. Well, I guess I'll